when you hold a baby, you're like, oh, you have a very cute baby. That's a baby. But then you fall in love with an adult woman or adult male, and you're like, yeah, baby, come over here and give me a kiss. That's weird to me.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because you say that in a sexual way.
Who the f talks like that? Hey, baby.
You've never talked dirty in bed? Like, yeah, baby, you like this? You never did that?
Say it in that voice.
No, I mean, I do. I get into character.
I mean, I feel like
but then here's another
creepy.
one for you. Same word, right? Baby, right? You break up with somebody, you're now never allowed to call that person baby. It's disrespectful. Why would you call him baby?
What up, guys? Welcome back into another episode of The Dohner Show with Mark.
Rachel.
Trisha's not joining us today per your guys' request. We got rid of her. But on this week's episode, we talked a lot about relationships. We opened up a little bit about some of your insecurities in relationships, George.
Dude, I kind of don't like this podcast anymore. We're just ratting ourselves out.
I know, right? We're just giving too much information about
we're
things.
like nitpicking at our souls.
But I think this episode is going to help a lot of people if you guys are going through something. I opened up about my addiction to marijuana.
What?
How I smoked it one time. If you guys can drop a like on this video, we'd greatly appreciate it. And we want you guys to comment down below. What are some things in a relationship that frustrate you? And if you guys need any help with those, we'd love to hear them and give you guys some advice on that. So sit back, relax, get some popcorn, and enjoy this week's episode of
The Dohner Show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Also, why do you have to have popcorn while watching the podcast? Why can't you just watch the podcast?
Audio lineup.
Oh, now you don't know which one to line it up with.
Oh man!
Oh shit! We're starting this pretty. We're hyper today, guys. Wait, you didn't. Fine, but you need to do the. Hey, welcome back to the Dohner Show. You gotta do that.
I know, but
you forgot.
We usually have like a little intro conversation before we say that.
We just did. Throw it into the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, guys, welcome back into another episode of
The Dohner Show.
The Dohner Show.
The Dohner Show.
And if you guys will notice, we didn't get interrupted in the intro by Trisha this week because we replaced her. We have Rachel.
What's up?
Yeah, there's a lot of comments saying like, dude, she keeps interrupting you guys and stuff like that. So
you know,
we got rid of her.
We listened to the people. She got the can real quick. Thanks, Rachel, for being on and replacing. No, we're just kidding. Trisha couldn't be here. She said she had appointments from 10 to 4. What does that mean?
She had her nails, hair, and eyebrows.
Oh, it's like, it reminds me of this one time this girl told me she was going to Vegas. And she's like, yeah, I have a client out there.
Ooh.
I was like,
prostitute.
Yeah, I was like, what's a client?
Yo,
what does that mean when a girl says I have a client?
I mean, well, she could be like building homes out there. I don't know. I mean,
but it was a one-night client.
Oof.
Can we talk about something?
Yeah.
We've worked pretty hard for this. For
yes.
What we've accomplished. All of us have.
Yeah.
There's girls out there that have to have sex like 6 times a year, and they make 6 figures.
Oh, I was thinking about this. So here's the thing. Not even that. Nowadays, apps like Rachel, I'm not saying you should do this, but I'm saying you should possibly do this. Now, if you just take it a step further, these IG models, and everybody's like, here we go again. George is going to talk about this IG models. No. Listen, if you're an IG model that you feel like I'm coming at you, I got a business opportunity for you. Listen up. These girls, if you just take it a half higher, like instead of being almost naked, be completely naked and go on that app where you could like sell your body on like there's
Cameo?
like Cameo or whatever the hell it is. It's like
There's
a thing.
an app for that for real?
Yes, it's like a subscription. It's like porn subscription, but to like, dude, I talked to this girl that did porn, and you'll never believe who she was hanging out with. Logan and Mike, and she was telling me, and like, mind you, I'm having a conversation with her, but like my whole body is like, oh man, this is super uncomfortable because I'm like, this is so, to me, talking about sex is personal.
Have you seen her videos?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No. I gave up porn a month or two ago. How long ago did I go? I've been off porn for a while.
Really?
But yeah, I'm in a relationship. It's a long story.
She's like, really? That's hard to believe.
Anyway, so I haven't slapped a ham in a long time, and so I'm asking this girl a question, and I go, hey, like, so blah blah blah. She goes, believe it or not, I stopped doing pornography, and I was like, oh, good for you. And she's like, no, not because of that, because there's this new app where people could subscribe, and you could just send them like a personal video. And I was like,
make more.
She makes 6 figures a month off of it.
She's like, this is easier.
Now here's the
she
dude,
controls
that's
it all.
insane. And we talk about like girls like or guys, but we keep saying girls. This is just because we're guys, by the way. So if we were girls, we'd be saying guys. You know what I mean? So we're just clarifying. We're not sexist. But I was talking about this, and not that I always say I wouldn't want my daughter doing it. And I'm not
But it's
throwing.
okay if someone else's daughter.
I don't give a shit about somebody else's daughter. That's their problem. That's their home. This is where you got to listen. The world, listen up to me. Don't judge other people. Their home is their home, and their beliefs are their beliefs.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Coming from the guy that goes, yeah, I fucking judge.
Oh, my daughter and shit like that. So if my daughter,
No, you said that you judge other people.
I'm trying to better myself, man. Let go of the past. Anyway, so back to this. So, like, here's the thing. Like, if you guys are, like, almost naked on Instagram, and you're basically accepting the fact that, you know, guys and girls look at you doing sexual activities, why not go the extra mile? No, make some more money. That's what I'm thinking. Like, why would you not? Because if I didn't have Christ, right? If I wasn't flipping the Bible and I was like, Jesus wants me to do this. If I wasn't like about that, dude, I would be a stripper for sure. I'll be racking it. We wouldn't even be friends because I'd be getting dough, going like this and just doing the tornado. And by the way, I figured out, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm super hyper.
I couldn't tell.
Mom, I just want to let you know, there's a lot of scenes that I reject. I just rejected a movie offer the other day. And by the way, I booked a TV show. I can't say what show it is, but it's a very big show.
Can we slow down?
No. High five, man. But listen, I figured out what my first nudity scene would be.
Your butt.
Nope. I'm talking about full frontal penis nudity. I know what I would do. There's only one.
Why have you thought about
Because
this?
I was thinking about it. I was like, no money in the world would ever let me do that because I don't want my kids seeing my penis.
You turned down another role with Kevin Hart's Funny or Die, didn't you? Because you had to sit there in like a banana hammock with your dick or something?
No, I did that, but it didn't. I sent them to rewrite it, and so I didn't like have like full.
And you didn't want to do it because you had a girlfriend, I thought, right?
No. I just didn't do it because I just didn't want to be like having my penis out. But I figured it out. This is it. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. And somebody's gonna steal it, and I'm gonna be really pissed. But it's going to be in my own movie, first of all, which I wrote and produced and directed. And it would be...
And shot.
Yeah, and shot. And it would be with other famous celebrities because I would want it to be a big deal. Yeah. Like the first time I ever do nudity. Yeah. And it would be a scene where me and Arnold Schwarzenegger are really upset with each other. And I'm like, hey, get out. And he's like, who are you to tell me what to do? I was like, oh, yeah? And I take my pants off.
Get to the chopper.
And I was like, yeah, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. And then, I do the helicopter with my penis in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so I feel like that would be the first time I ever do a nude scene because that would go down as like the best nude scene ever.
Totally reasonable.
What a start to this episode.
Hey, cheers. Arnold, if you're listening,
shit you took.
My email is gejanko@gmail.com. Let's write a script together, brother.
Oh my God. Where did you... We started the podcast, like before the podcast was starting, I was like, do you have anything to talk about today? And then somehow, this is what happens when you just hit the cameras roll and then George talks about his first
ding dong
scene. Well, here. Rachel, you did Playboy.
Yeah.
Was that a difficult decision for you to make?
Well, I mean, I'd shot nude before that. Like, I did treats.
The first time you shot nude,
ago.
was it uncomfortable or were you like scared?
I mean, the only reason I was like scared about it was like, oh my God, my parents, what are they going to think?
Right.
But like me personally, I was comfortable doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was a personal choice that I was cool with. But I definitely was like, oh shit, like people back home, everybody, they're going to be tripping for sure. But
right.
Oh, by the way, I talked about this in the podcast and people were like, how could you say that? If like in the comments, like, what if your friends wanted to do it and stuff like that?
Right.
I had my own opinion about nudity. I'm really close friends with Rachel. And when the time came where she was going to do it, I even said, I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? It might not be something you want to do. But we had an adult conversation. I saw her point of view. Just because I don't agree and I wouldn't want my daughter doing it didn't distract our relationship as friends at all.
yeah.
So this right here is a perfect example of a healthy friendship. You know what I mean? Like just because me and Mark don't agree on something or do agree on something or you don't agree with something doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Yeah.
You guys got to be open-minded. And a lot of people, I read a lot of comments and some comments, not a lot of them are actually pro me talking. They're like, oh, I like George's views. But the negative comments are saying stuff like, I'm tired of George acting like he's a saint or he's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I'm just not afraid of talking about my point of view.
Right.
And I feel like there's so much negative point of views that people are so eager to express.
Well, and you fuck up a lot in life to learn what to do right.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like
so
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. You've made a lot more than me. I'm just kidding.
No, facts.
But I mean, you got to make mistakes to learn from them. And I think that just goes with everything, like even taking a risk and doing that shoot. And like all of us in a way took a risk to do what we're doing today because my first thought, like you said, was worrying about what are people in my hometown going to think of me when I'm making comedy skits. They're laughing at me. And that's what they did when I went back. They would like make fun of me. They'd be like, oh, Mr. Hollywood, all this stuff. But like, you need to fail too. There's been times we've failed. We've started shit that didn't do good. But like, the more you fail, that means the closer you are to being successful.
Mm-hmm.
I got something else written down right here. We went to Summer Rae's birthday party.
That was fun.
Really, really fun time. Shout out to Summer Rae.
Shout out Summer Rae.
Happy birthday, Summer Rae.
Summer Rae.
It was a 90s theme. It was pretty cool.
And I love how everybody was, you know what's funny? 90s is now. Like we dress from the 90s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really that hard. A lot of our closet stuff had like.
Literally. That's all I had to wear. There was bartenders spitting flames like
No.
30 feet.
The bartender jumped from the roof into the
pool.
pool.
But did you see him spitting flames?
Yeah.
It was insane.
Shit was fire. Thank you.
There was like a weed bar, which I think it's like only in LA. Well, because it's legal here.
By the way, they're opening up a weed bar literally down the street from my house, like where you could drive.
The new house or the
house I'm in right now?
Okay,
it's in Hollywood. It's gonna be like I think the first weed house in LA, and it's basically a weed bar. So you basically drive there like an actual like bar,
and you just smoke with
and you smoke there.
people.
So you could be like instead
How
of
is
like
that
one
legal,
Corona,
though? Because I thought no smoking inside places.
it's an establishment. So they're making it like you know you can't
I feel like
drink
you
out
just
of
walk in. You don't even have to buy anything because it's just gonna be a box hot.
Yeah.
box hot,
box.
Yeah.
hot box.
No, box hot.
Yeah. Keep sticking to that one.
I like to make fun of because I don't smoke. I hate smoking weed. I don't. Have I ever talked about my experience of smoking weed on here?
No, I don't think so.
I've smoked weed a few times. The first time I don't think I have ever I've never opened up about this kind of stuff.
I love
It's
how
usually-
we're so twitchy about stuff today.
Fuck, man.
All over the place.
The first time I ever got high was in college in Ohio. It was not legal. I was drunk. And yeah, right. I went over to my friend's house.
Well, you were drunk?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you didn't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
you can't-
CrossFit.
you can't-
No, hold on. I went over and he had a bong. And the bong was like, not even kidding, like this fucking big.
Reason number 2.
And they were like, oh, smoking weed. And I'm like,
yeah, what Rachel
I've
said.
never smoked before, but like I've smoked out of an apple in high school, but I never got high because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And sorry, mom and dad. God. So I took a hit out of this bong and I'm like, so when's it supposed to hit? And then before I finished my sentence, I was like, whoa. Like I just started to get like really lightheaded and like wavy and shit. I was like, I got to get some fresh air. It was in the winter in Ohio. So I went outside, got fresh air. I was freezing. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go try to lay down in bed. Lay down in bed. The whole fucking room is spinning. I got the spins because I'm drunk. So I was like, oh, God. So I got up. I walked. I'm not even kidding you. I don't know how long it was, but it felt like 2 hours. I went outside my front door and I walked in a circle for 2 hours straight trying to sober up. Terrible experience.
Yeah,
So I was like, all right, I'm never going to smoke weed again. It's not for me. Fast forward, I moved to LA. Curtis offers me weed. And it was out of this thing called a volcano.
Oh, those are the best. Those
I
are
don't
the
know what it
best.
is. It's
Never
like
done
basically, I don't know.
It's like a balloon,
It's like a balloon.
It's like a bag full.
fills with weed or something.
but it's heated, so it's like
supposed to
clean.
be smoother. Yeah. Okay.
It's so clean.
So I smoked it out of this. I told him the story. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get paranoid. You're going to have to call the ambulance because I was telling my friends that they need to call the ambulance. He's like, nah, bro, you probably smoked like, what's the one that makes you calm?
Indica.
And sativa's the good one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just different, but
So yeah, there's different strains. It's not like alcohol.
Right. So he's like, oh, you probably smoked the bad strain. This is that strain. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Same fucking thing happened. I start to panic. I feel like I can't breathe. I don't know what it is, man.
You know what it is? I want you to smoke something that I would smoke.
Yeah,
because
same.
And also you gotta
You
level.
guys both want to get me high, but
Yeah,
I
because
know
I
that
think
you
we
don't
have a
want
good
to do
time.
it.
You have to do it right, dude. Like Curtis is not somebody you want to go ahead and do stuff with, especially with a volcano. Volcanoes are strong. So like literally do one puff. Don't go batting up with the best batters. You know, just relax, calm down. That's one. Two, if you do a wrong strain, let me give you an example. I did that once where I was like at a party once and I was like, oh, you know what? Fine, I'll take this guy's thing.
Right.
But I didn't know what he was doing. Mind you, guys, please be aware. Don't just smoke whatever's in front of you. That's very dangerous. Be very cautious. And also
Unless
with
it's
your
crack.
drinks. And also, if we're talking about this, don't ever, ladies, especially ladies, do not leave your drink unattended,
Yeah.
turn around, and then grab it again because guys are pieces of shit out there and they'll do dangerous things. But going back to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I smoked this thing that was a really strong indica. And bro, I'm not exaggerating. Belle had to flip me on my back in bed and keep rubbing my stomach because I was paranoid.
Hold on, how does that work? How does she flip you on?
Because I was on my stomach, so she flipped me on my back.
Oh, got it.
And she was like rubbing my chest because I was literally freaking out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to die. I was like freaking out.
That's me.
So, but I did a wrong strain. I did too much of it, and you can't go into it with a bad mindset, by the way. So if you jump into it paranoid, it only heightens what's going on in your head. So if you're with friends and you have a box of pizza and you have a movie in front of you, you're ready to giggle. And on top of that,
You're ready to giggle.
I went to MedMan or whatever it's called.
Yes.
And it was like the Apple store, bro. They were like, hey, this is this thing called the giggles. And I was like, all right, this is weird. I smoked this shit, Mark. I didn't know I was high. I just kept laughing at everything.
Guys,
like if you were like,
hold on.
Yeah.
I have an idea. If you guys want me to smoke weed, what if I smoked weed and we filmed the podcast?
That would be great.
Yo, oh my God. Is that messed up? I feel like we're kind of going down a bad path.
Why?
Is that, that's actually pretty funny.
I mean,
'Cause
Elon
it's
Musk
legal.
did it.
I think
And
it'd be
Joe
great.
Rogan's. Yeah, it's legal. And we don't know how I'm going to react.
Okay, we should.
But if it's a bad time, then it's going to be bad. You guys are going to see me fucking panic the whole time.
I feel like I have some stuff that is like so perfect because you won't feel high. You'll just be like, oh, I'm in a great mood. I want to talk. I want to just chill. I think you could have a good time.
I have this thing that also
What if I
clears-
turn into George when George smokes? He just sits there like this.
Yeah, I'm the worst to hang out with.
Doesn't
when
say
I'm high.
any words. I when he met his girlfriend, I hyped him up so much.
Oh
I'm
my
like, dude,
God.
George is coming. He's my best friend. He's the fucking funniest guy. Like, you're gonna laugh your ass off this whole time. George was high when he comes, and he
I didn't say one word to her.
didn't say a word
Like,
to her.
I didn't say- there was only one thing I said to her. I go, you kind of look like Bella Hadid. That's it. That was it. And then in my head, I was like, oh my God, don't say anything. You're so stupid. Why would you say that? Now she does. Now she thinks you're dumb. Now you just ruined everything. And I was
fucked
like,
it up.
oh God.
He talks to himself.
Yeah.
Speaking of Belle,
Mm.
she met the girl you were previously talking to before you met her.
Yes.
At Summer's party.
That-
How did that go?
I was so nervous.
What's it like having your girlfriend?
I've never had that
meet
happen
a
before.
girl you spoke to right in front of you. Did you think she was gonna say bad shit about you, or?
No, not at all. Because one of her friends that are the girl that I was seeing previously, I bumped into one of her friends, and she goes, even though you guys kind of separated, she only talks highly about you. So when I saw
Which is
them,
a great way to leave.
great way to leave. So when they were talking, they were both very happy and they were making jokes and they're very comfortable with each other. And I'm not even kidding. When I saw this, I kind of patted myself on the back on this moment because I was like, wow, I really picked classy girls. Like none of these girls showed any type of like pouty face or like my girlfriend could have easily been like, I don't want to talk to her. Why would I want to talk to somebody you've been with, you know? And the other girl could have been like, oh, this is the girl, blah, blah, blah. But none of them. They were both very classy. They know what they're worth. Both of them are worth amazing amounts, but I fell in love with one.
Did you have a conversation? Like, did she make any comments or anything? Was it cool? Was she cool with it? Because I remember one time I met a dude that my ex knew, and and I asked afterwards, of like, have you guys hooked up?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. And it was just like a weird feeling. I felt like I was upset at the fact that she didn't say that.
Before
I had
you
to ask her.
Yeah. But here's the thing, dude, this is an uncomfortable situation, but I've dealt with that. Even with Belle, like I had to work with somebody that she had a thing with in the past. But
would you want to know, or would you
I mean,
just left it unsaid?
at the end of the day, does it really matter?
I wrote a song
Right.
about this called
So-
Need to Know. Just throwing that out there.
We'll put a link in the description.
Like we were talking about this earlier. Sometimes ignorance is just better.
Right?
You just don't
Yeah.
really need to know sometimes.
I'll meet in the middle.
Yeah.
So I don't need to know if he's like, and I don't mean to be disrespectful. This is an honest thing. I don't need to know if he's pulled your hair and smacked your ass. Like I don't need to know about that shit. Like don't tell me that. Like I don't want to
The
picture
details.
that. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah,
need to know.
yeah.
Like oh yeah, he
Yeah.
had me on his knees and like I was like I don't know. Keep that shit.
He
to
had
yourself.
me on his knees.
Yeah, like you know, like I don't want to know about that. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
But what I do want to know is if I'm gonna go to work with somebody or if I'm going to meet somebody up at an event and you've had a previous conversation or any type of activity with him that had to do with a relationship or sexual or anything, let me know. Just be like, hey, by the way, me and him had a past, and that's all
Are
I
you
need to
gonna
know.
get upset?
Never. I'll tell you why. Because when I met Belle, she could have slept with 700 people or 7 people. but whatever she did made her the woman that I fell in love with. So I can never judge her for who she became, because that's who I fell in love with. Maybe the guy that I'm shaking hands with turned her into this beautiful woman that I fell in love with.
But what about the whole expression that we talked about, patterns, not potential?
She is the person that I love.
Oh, but say she slept with 700 people.
Yeah.
Don't you think she's going to want to sleep with 700 more people? Patterns, not potential? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying
that
when
people
she's single, if
change.
she's cheated in the past, I wouldn't be with her. I'm like, okay, this girl's a cheater. But she's never cheated on anybody.
How do you know?
I mean, you could tell by people's intent. Like, I would never cheat.
But have you asked her?
Yeah, of course.
And how do you know she's telling the truth?
I don't know. Cheaters probably want to tell the truth. But here's another thing. That's actually a valid point. I never asked her that. I never am going to sit there and ask her, because if a liar is going to lie, why would they not lie in that situation? This is how it is. In this relationship, I have to worry about myself, and that's it. I can't worry about what she's doing when she leaves. I can't be worried about who she talks to, because once that happens, then I'm not worried about who I am and what I could be doing better for myself and for her. So this is it's like a plate, right? I have my things on the plate and you have your things on the plate. Just because we're putting both of our stuff on one plate doesn't mean I can't deal with my stuff. So if I'm sitting here worried about who she's becoming,
the analogies you come up with.
it's because it's a weird analogy, but I have to like place things in my head to understand them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in an immature relationship where I was always like either going through her phone or like asking her a million questions. The one thing that I learned, regardless how perfect the person is, if you search, you will find. Because if you search, you will find. I've never cheated in my life, but if my girl goes through my phone back to when before me and her were even together, she might have her heart broken from how I talked to somebody else or I've done things. I'm not a saint. Neither is she.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look for things and reasons to be upset with her. I'm going to look for reasons to be happy with her.
Well, that's the whole thing. You're looking for something to get mad
you're
at.
searching.
If
you search, you'll
I
find.
used to do that shit too.
Everybody has. But you have to wake up and realize
that's a big problem.
It'll destroy it.
Yeah.
It'll destroy the relationship. I'm telling you right now, if you don't trust the person you're with or love the person you're with all of your heart, a relationship is already hard enough.
Yeah,
especially the world that we're in.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be you and her against the world. If it's already you and her against each other, you're screwed, because then the world. Because here's the thing, bro. I'll have conversations with people that are in a relationship for like a year, and I'm hearing what they're arguing about. I go, well, you guys have no problems yet. I go, what happens? What happens if, God forbid, your kid is born with a disease?
Yeah,
What happens? Like when
Or
a real problem
financial
happens.
problems
Exactly.
or whatever,
You're okay. Let me give you an example. If I already don't trust my girl, right? If I have issues, I'm like, yo, if shit hits the fan, I don't know if she's gonna be with me. What happens if like we're married and I lose a job or I can't support?
Yeah.
You need, no matter how important it is to be the man of the relationship, you gotta understand that my dad always told me, he worked 7 days a week and he made sure everybody was set in the family. But he'd always say, my wife is my backbone. Without his wife, the family could fall apart. So it's a huge thing that people need to realize, that females also need to step up and realize that if their man is going through things, don't wait for somebody else to try to help it. That's your position. If your man is having anxiety or depression or doesn't feel good about himself, figure a way to bring your man back to where he needs to be.
Are you talking about my relationship?
No, because technically she never really did that. Like when you were going through your thing, she kind of just sat there. And that's not a bad thing, but that's not a mature relationship.
Right.
Like when my dad lost his job, my mother went to work and brought her check back home to him. And it was like, this is what we need to do until you find a job. 2-3 months later, he got a great job and everything was back to balance. But what happens if my mom was in it just for the money or in it for the luxury of what's going on? Then I and my sister would not be here together. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of work. But
what do you feel? What you got another point?
no, sorry. I felt like I had something else I was going to finish, but then I forgot about it.
I feel like it was going somewhere, but
Yeah.
what do you feel you need to work on the most in any relationship that you've had?
Believe it or not, my security.
You are a little insecure.
No, I'm like too cocky. Like I'm too secure with myself. Like that's a problem. Like there is a balance. Like I know this is a bad problem of mine, but I walk in the room always thinking that the party has started, just because my mentality of people always calling me when they want a good time.
Your ego.
My ego, because I've been burned in the past by a girl that I gave all my love and trust to, that I built up this wall where I immediately start thinking of the worst. So like if Belle leaves me, then that's the worst thing that could ever happen to her. I'll find another replacer like that. But when you have that mentality, you start thinking of yourself not an equal. You think of yourself as a greater.
than everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy. So I had to literally sit there
But
because we got in an argument about a guy in her past. I would belittle that man, and I'll be like, "Yo, I can't do that. That guy was a great guy. I had no reason to disrespect him." And I've done that. I did that in a recent fight where she brought up her thing, and I literally go, "No, don't bring him up. Me and him are uncomparable." And I literally sat there and I was like, who am I to talk like that?
Yeah.
That was a very ugly moment of mine. And I was very upset with myself. But that only happened because I was a little jealous and insecure of the situation.
Like I never talked poorly about Kylie or anything. Like I wouldn't be the man I am today and know the things that I know without that relationship. And it's no, like it didn't work out. But at the end of the day, like that you need that type of stuff to like get to the point where you're at.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had something I wanted to add on to what you were just saying, but I can't remember what you're talking about.
Being too secure or being insecure?
Oh, but shouldn't you, in a way, think you're better than other people? Shouldn't you carry yourself as better than other people?
You should carry yourself knowing your own worth. I used to write this on my wall every single day. I am an alpha. And then I would realize what an alpha is. An alpha doesn't mean he's better than everybody in the room. Mm-hmm. He means he is the leader, which means a leader brings you to what his level is. Doesn't bring you to a level that's almost as good as him.
Right.
A leader brings people to where they need to be. For example, when we first met, I could easily been like, oh, I'm already bigger than this guy.
Yeah.
I don't need to help him. But I saw you're talented. And I didn't let my ego take
George.
that. So I was like, yo, you're good. Let's work with each other.
Yeah, we work together.
And you got to a level where then one day you got to help me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like.
I think, yeah, and it's interesting because I think in like our group of friends, like me, you, Logan, Johannes, we're all alphas and we push other alphas. Like if we see one alpha at a different level, we try to get up to that level, you know, like daily vlogging. Oh, I'm going to daily vlog.
Yeah.
Skits. I'm going to do skits. So it's like.
An alpha doesn't ever put somebody down. That's not a real alpha.
Yeah.
That's an insecure person that needs to be above people.
What are you looking at?
That. What is that?
Oh, military helicopters.
Really?
Flying outside. That's pretty cool.
Those are drones, bro.
Aliens! Yo, did you see the KSI? Oh, we went to the I don't know. I asked you. Did you guys see the KSI Logan Paul press conference? What do you think of that?
I think Logan, as always, came into it headstrong, and Logan's really good.
He's walks in the room and I'm better than everyone.
Yeah, but you know what he is? He perfects his craft. So he went into the boxing thing, and I told him straight up, like, yo, you tire yourself out, and he locked that in.
Yeah.
So he trained harder, so that can never happen. So I was thinking, oh, KSI is probably going to do the same. KSI came weaker than I think he's ever been. Like, dude, he was so tired. He sat down talking. I was like, I've never seen a press conference where the guy gets up, gets exhausted from talking, and then sits down. I was like, oh, my God.
I think it's so weird to watch two comedians
talk shit
and try to be serious.
But tell me Logan didn't come destroying him. Like,
yeah, he did. But it's just like, I know Logan so well. So it's like, I can't tell if he's genuinely being serious. Like, I hate this guy, or they're putting on a show for the cameras.
I think it was kind of serious because
like McGregor, you know McGregor as a ferocious, like fierce guy who has a temper.
Yeah.
You know Logan as a lighthearted, funny guy who likes to make people laugh. So to see him yelling and like talking shit, it's almost like, it seems like not real.
I just hope he backs it up.
Yeah.
Also, he owes me $10,000.
Are you going to bet on this one?
Fuck no.
Why not? I'll take your 10,000.
I just bought a house. I'm good. I got no room to do that shit.
Logan told me to bet on him, so I might do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had this written down. Why do all girls call their friends chicken nuggets?
That's Ayla. Ayla's the only girl I've ever heard.
But I see a lot of people doing it. Oh,
Rachel, do you call people chicken nuggets?
No, I don't. I do love chicken nuggets though. I could go for some.
But why does Ayla call her friends and her dog chicken nuggets? Like, who wants to look like a chicken nugget?
I think it's like little cute chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets are not cute. They're like
kind of are. They're like
processed meat that are like mixed in. The bones are in them. I heard in McDonald's.
I got one for you.
Yeah,
I got one.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Baby.
What?
Yeah. Think about that. Right? Just think it for a second, right? People call their loved ones baby.
Babe.
Right?
I say babe.
Okay, right. Babe, right? Usually baby for like people that are like, really know you baby. Oh, my baby.
It's kind of weird.
Check us out. Follow me here. How weird is it? First of all, the first line of defense for the word baby is an actual infant. Mm-hmm. Okay? Isn't it weird that you kind of say some dirty shit while you're saying baby, right? Like, baby, come here and like give me a kiss. Like, it's like, who's the first one that originated this idea? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Think about that shit. When you hold a baby, you're like, oh, you have a very cute baby. That's a baby. But then you fall in love with an adult woman or adult male, and you're like, yeah, baby, come over here and give me a kiss. That's weird to me.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because you say that in a sexual way.
Who the fuck talks like that? Hey, baby.
You've never talked dirty in bed? Like, yeah, baby, you like this? You never did that?
I don't say it in that voice.
No, I mean, I do. I get into character.
I mean, I feel like
but then here's
creepy.
another one for you. Same word, right? Baby, right? You break up with somebody, you're now never allowed to call that person baby. It's disrespectful. Why would you call him baby? We're not together anymore, right? Yeah. And then you give somebody else the right to call you baby, or you call somebody else baby. So say you break up with your girlfriend, and then 2 years later you date somebody else, and now you're like, oh, baby. Do you ever feel weird? Like, I used to call somebody else that. Now I'm calling you that. It's like,
no, I'd never think about that, bro.
But why?
Well, it's like saying I love you to someone and then saying it to someone else.
No, because you could love multiple people. I love you.
You can't call multiple people baby.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
No,
though,
because
for sure. You're like, oh, I have a girlfriend. This person that.
If I called her baby right now on the podcast, like, hey, baby, could you do that real quick? My girlfriend broke up with me. She's like, why the hell did you just call another girl baby? And also, here's another fun fact. You can't just throw around that word. It could offend a lot of people. Like, if I was going up to my girlfriend.
Girls said, don't like feminists get really upset.
Yeah.
If
okay. This morning I was brushing my teeth and I was like, sweetheart, how's your head?
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah. I said that to my girlfriend, sweetheart, how's your head? You hurt? Because she bumped her head. She's like, no, I'm good. Thanks, baby. Right? That was a great conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Now let's just teleport to Starbucks. What would you guys like? Yeah, yeah, sweetheart. Can I get a Froppo Mappuccino? Like a
Froppo Mappuccino.
I've never ordered at Starbucks.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like words,
Yeah.
It's so weird. And also
because they say that what gives you the right to call me sweetheart?
Yeah, my dad would call everybody honey.
Yeah, you're being...
Growing up, he'd be like, honey, can I get that fork if we're at a restaurant? And then they would be
but
like...
is it an age thing? Because I think,
back in the day, it was never disrespectful.
Yeah, I know, but now it is. You can't fucking say anything anymore.
It's like it's how you say it. I think it has a lot in intent. Like, if my dad, with his wife and kids, is like, honey, could you grab me that fork? That's like a gentleman be like, sweetheart, could you grab me that fork? It's like a nice thing. You're young. But if he was by himself with a napkin tucked in his hair, like, hey, sweetheart.
Well, when he talks like that.
Could you grab me that fork right there? Yeah. Grab me that fork.
In the mafia now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my question. Girls have like a lot of nicknames for their friends, right? Like we talk about chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Why don't dudes call their like
don't
pumpkin? You know I call you stuff.
Stop it.
I don't know. I think it's a guy thing.
Bro, man, my guy.
Dude. I guess we do have our own nicknames, but it's like more manly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I walk in the room, I go, what up, bitch?
Yeah, you guys just named like 5 different nicknames. I feel like you have just as many.
Yeah, that was a bad one, Mark.
Yeah, whatever. I write things down that I think of in the moment, like when I'm just in my thoughts.
Let's just move
like
on.
This. Do you think your mind, I don't know where I thought of this, but I said I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. Do you think your mind communicates with your body? For example, when you work out and your mind knows you're going to eat after, does it tell your body or do you trick your body? Is that how you lose weight? So for example, when you wake up and do fasted cardio,
right.
I know after I finish my workout, I'm going to eat. So why does my body feel hungry when it knows?
Are you sure you don't get high?
Yeah, right? I'm
yeah,
like,
are you sure, bro? Because
you know
that's some
shit
that you write when you're high.
Yeah.
Mark, there's neurons that fire off in your body to let your body know. Like when I do this, there's neurons telling my fingers to do this.
But does your mind communicate with your body regularly?
Every second,
but
every
why
millisecond.
Not with hunger? It's like, why isn't it like stop being hungry? Like I know I'm going to eat in 20 minutes.
You know, but I don't think your stomach knows. Like,
well, your stomach is
coming.
empty.
If your mind tells your body what it's doing.
Yeah, I don't.
What happens if it doesn't?
Like
then you never eat and you die from hunger.
But I know I'm going to eat.
Not a lot of people.
You know.
But yeah, dude, do you think the first caveman was like, put meat in mouth? Like, they don't know. They're like, oh, this hurts. Let me bite this cow and see what happens.
No, you're born with instincts. Why do cats know and dogs and any animal know that they need to hunt or they need to be with their mom and suck on their titties?
I think we're all born with that.
I don't know, man. I write some weird shit down.
He for sure gets high.
Yeah.
Dude, you got anything?
Me?
Did you see? Oh, we talked about last week. YouTubers crossing over into mainstream. And Jimmy Tatro, you said was on Modern Family.
Yeah, season 10 or season 9 and season 10. But like, kid's crushing it, dude.
Yeah, he is crushing it.
And Lily just came out with a show yesterday. Came out with
a new show. I watched a little bit of it last night.
Was it good?
I wasn't a fan.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it cheesy?
I thought the set was way too dark.
It's a late night show.
Yeah, I know, but the set to me was very dark. I like uplifting stuff. And I didn't really watch much because I was watching my Cleveland Browns win. Shout out OBJ.
OBJ.
What else do I got
OBJ's on your guys' team now?
Yeah.
Since when?
Where the fuck have you been living?
I don't watch football.
Yeah.
Is it this year? Is it a new thing?
Yes, this is his first
He
year.
moved to Ohio? After such a stellar career, he moved to Ohio?
Ohio's the best.
Ohio's the worst. I have a saying.
You've been once and you went to the... Oh, dude, get this. You've been to my college?
Yes.
Recently in the news, I went to Ohio University. When I went there, it was the #1 party school. Since they've dropped out, they're fucking pussies now. They don't party hard. But some guy was climbing this telephone pole, and who the fuck knows what he was thinking. He grabbed onto the wire and electrocuted himself and fell 30 feet to the ground and survived.
Sounds like a good rager.
Crazy.
But also, what does he eat and drink for him to last electricity and a 30 feet drop?
I don't know.
Did he break anything?
I don't know. I just saw that he survived.
So
That's absolutely insane. I wanted to add, I wrote this down too because we were talking about this a couple days ago. Why does a lot of like social life revolve around drinking and eating? Why do we do like why
that's
do we
such a valid point, but
like why do we live for the weekend and say like, oh, it's Friday, let's have beers and drink, and Saturday let's party, or Sunday let's day drink? Like why is that a thing?
I was thinking about this since we've been talking. It's a sensation. I know it sounds really crazy, but follow me. You put a cheese pizza in your mouth, your taste buds are having a party. And I think it makes you happy. Like, I am a piece of shit when I'm hungry. Belle, literally, I'm not even exaggerating. Ask her, she puts granola bars in her purse when I get hungry, because when I'm working, me and you don't think about eating.
Yeah.
Right? So we're like working. And so, like, oh, perfect example. My brain didn't tell my stomach, hey, go eat. Because you're working right now. You're about to be an asshole to your own girlfriend. So she'll, like, carry stuff so I don't get hangry. When you eat, you get happy. That's why people that are overweight, it's because they're chasing happiness through food. So it helps a lot of anxiety. Like, for example, I gain a lot of weight when I'm stressed because I eat stress. Because when I'm stressed and I eat, it makes me happier. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Also, when you're in a relationship, what do? You eat all the time.
Yeah, you go out to eat. Why is that? Why can't people have self-control in a relationship where they, like right now, I love living alone. I love being alone for the fact that I can stick to my diet and I don't see other people around me eating pizza. I don't see them eating cheeseburgers. It's
You're saying why do people in a relationship
why
get fat?
can't they control each other and be like, hey.
I mean,
like, no, we're not, like, let's fucking eat these meals or let's eat healthy. Like, why are they always open to going and getting froyo and going and getting pizza and Postmating shit on a Sunday? You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you why. I mean, I can't tell you why for everybody, but I can tell you why for me. But me and Belle did limit it to like 2 days out of the week where we go out and do that stuff, because we were gaining weight, like legit. Like my face got fat again, and I was crushing it at one point. I was like, oh man, I gained weight again.
Did you say we were gaining weight? So you said that your girlfriend was gaining weight?
She said she was gaining weight. I mean, I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Did you say that to her?
No, never.
Probably shouldn't.
Never. No. When a girl says tell you, she's lying. Don't tell her. Keep that shit to yourself.
Seriously.
But I'll tell you why, dude. I was let me give you an example. I look forward to Saturdays and Sundays now because all I want to do is get food with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
But why can't we do fun things that don't center around drinking and eating?
Well, we do. We go to movies, but also
Well, what do you get at the movies?
popcorn and Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. But I do know this. I know why I get a little chubbier when I'm like, because I'm happy, bro. And I don't have to bust my ass in the gym.
I'm skinny now and I'm happy.
No. I'm saying I'm happy because, okay.
I was fat and miserable.
You're single, though, right? You're single. You're still on the prowl. You still want girls to look at you and check you out and be like, damn, look at those abs. I can turn into a fat ass, like smelling like a Kit Kat bar 24/7 a day. But if my girl still loves me, I'm set because I love my girl. That's all that's in my mind.
But she didn't fall in love with that looking.
That's why you have to keep yourself in check.
Right.
That's why we kept each other in check. Also, me and Bella are in a different relationship than Middle America. We make money off of our appearance on shows, and you know what I mean? Like, I have to, if I have to play like a douchebag body type of guy, I have to get like abs again and stuff like that. So there's things that I have to do for my own career. But if I was in like Arizona and I worked at a Kinko's, I'm probably gonna get a belly real quick. Especially if my girlfriend looks like Belle. I'm already made. I probably quit the job and just live off the dream of dating her. Like, it's like, People get happy off of finding the love. Because think about it.
That's
at the end of the
actually
day,
the one thing.
at the end of the day, you do everything. I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, you do everything for a person you might fall in love with. Let me give you an example. Why do you want to get a good job? So you could pay off everything when you have a good family, right?
I didn't think that way.
I thought like that. I thought like that since day one.
Do it for yourself, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I never thought about it that way. Like for example, like I invested in the home so I could do like a bunch of things for my future when I have a family.
But I don't think that far ahead. I didn't move
I
out to LA.
Maybe that's just a
thinking,
Capricorn thing,
Yeah,
dude. I'm
man.
like 8 steps ahead
I'm
of
a
everything.
He's a Capricorn.
Yeah, anyways.
I
But
don't know.
I guess everybody's wired differently. I think ahead, like too far ahead sometimes, and I get like I'm not exaggerating. I was calculating how much I should be making at the age of 46.
What?
Yeah, I plan shit so I could have something at the age of 46.
That shit would make me panic.
Yeah,
Because
no.
if I didn't live up to like what my expectation of myself was, then I'd lose my mind. Everything I've done out here has been no plan.
Really? Oh,
It's
everything
just
I've
been
done
like,
is planned.
oh, I think I'm gonna do this today. Boom, does it, works, cool. I'm gonna do this today, doesn't work.
Oh, I
okay.
mean, like, yeah, I do experiences, you know, like I do, well, let's do this trip. Like, I do that. But, like, also, I'm just a Capricorn to its fullest, man. I like to calculate everything.
everything.
Pros and cons, man.
Why do you get upset when you're sober and there's drunk people around you?
I recently started doing that. Mark's like, why do you go
Why
so-
is that? No,
I was great before.
I think
was,
this is valid because I think that it happens a lot in relationships. I think because I used to be that way. I don't know why in my relationship. Like, is it like a FOMO thing or is it a jealousy thing?
It's two things. It's two things. I thought about this. I love how we, like, talk about it before we get on the podcast, so it gives me room to think.
Yeah.
So, Belle got drunk for the first time in front of me without me being
And
drunk.
can I just say something? I had a beer with her, and then I had another beer with her, and then I noticed George was getting a little bit irritated with her giddiness or something.
No, here's the thing.
And then I purposefully got her a shot to get her more drunk.
That was
George,
you?
Yep.
Fucking asshole.
I was putting the flame because George, you fucking always antagonize me on shit on the podcast. So you bringing up all that bachelor bullshit. So I'm fucking doing the same thing back to you.
Never
so we
even-
can talk about it on the podcast.
All right, so I figured it out. Why. One is because I'm sober.
Yeah.
And I was able to hang out with. So there's multiple steps to why I was kind of like angry. By the way, I wasn't like angry. Where
You were annoyed.
She never even realized that I was like kind of bothered.
Because she was drunk.
Yeah, but so this is the reason why. One, I love to share every moment with Belle. Like if you go on my phone right now, I have like a photo thing called Moments with Belle. We do everything together. So
God,
when
you are fucking in deep.
yeah, deep as fuck. But
Jesus.
But that's one of them. Like so, I was like, oh man, she's really gone right now, and I'm like, fucking, I'm not there, and I really want to be there with her. I want to be drunk and laughing and find everything
Isn't
hilarious.
that selfish?
Not at all. The selfish
Oh,
is
they're
like
not
ruining her
selfish.
time. I never ruined her time. I was the one who got her on the bull. I was still encouraging her to have fun. Being selfish is like, yo, don't have fun and picking
But
a fight with her.
Don't you think, in a way, it is, or you're jealous that she's having more
No,
fun
because
than
if
you?
that was the case, I could easily just get drunk. I just didn't want to get drunk.
Okay.
So there was no jealousy or anger towards her in any way. But the second one is, when I was sober amongst my friends, nobody touched my face. Nobody like grabbed me, pulled me in. Nobody did that. Because if a drunk girl at the club would do that, I'd be like, get the fuck, don't touch me. Like that. But I can't say that to her because she's like in love with me. And when you're drunk, you're a little bit more lovey-dovey. So she was like pulling me and just like grabbing my cheeks and pulling my hair. And I'm like, okay, stop. It took me a while to get my hair done. Like, so that was like bothering me that she was very like touchy and pulley. And I wasn't that way. But I understand because when I'm drunk, I'm the same way.
Yeah, but what about that one time at the club when I was like drunk and I was like, I fucking love you, bro. And like,
Yeah, it annoyed me, but I had to deal with it.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Yeah, I annoyed the shit out of me. He kept dapping me up and grabbing my shoulders, and I was like, dude, like I couldn't be like, dude, stop. But I had like the same conversation with you 9 times. At the 10th time, I was like, yo, I'm done with this. But yeah, it's not just her I get annoyed with. It's just like anybody who's like really, really drunk and I'm really sober. It's like I'm dealing with like an infant. Like they're like in their kid stage or they're running around in their diapers. It's just like we can't communicate. By the way, have you realized when you're drunk, you're kind of stupid. Like, no one gets drunk and like is like smart. You know what I mean? Like nobody ever gets drunk is like, let's do a math problem right now. They're always like, let's do.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
alcohol.
now that you were talking about this, when you're sober, when I'm sober and I like hang out with you high, I kind of I get annoyed because you're not you.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that's
like we're best friends.
But why does that bother me?
Because we didn't. Okay, let me give you an example. If that was who I am every single day, we would have never been friends.
Right.
So my qualities aren't there anymore. Like Belle is a put together ass woman. She's a mom. Everybody calls her a mom.
Yeah.
So when this girl's the only one riding the bull and flipping off, like, you know what I mean? She's going crazy. I'm like, wow, like I really want to be there because I don't want to be myself right now. I want to be drunk George. So we hang out and be together. You know what I mean?
What bothers you?
Is it like, do you think because you're on a different level, you feel like you're separated from that person? You're like, no, it's connected. So you're like, damn, I don't really like this. Like we're on different levels right now. I can't connect with you.
And on
but
top
also
of that,
you have to like kind of separate your mind and be like, okay, it's cool for them to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
but if you're the only one, it's like, why am I here?
Sorry,
Yeah.
this AC is blowing on me, and I turned it off, and I don't know why the fuck it's not turning off. I'm shivering over here.
I'm so cold all the time.
We are now going to get into some fan questions. See what the fans have to say. If you guys have any questions, send them to dohnzfilms@gmail.com. The link is in the description. Like we said, keep them short, sweet, and be confident. Here we go.
Hey Mark, George and Trisha. Mike here. I wanted to ask you one simple question that if we want to impress anybody or get anyone's attention, the first thing you and George told us that you have to be yourself. And in previous podcast, George told us that he used a technique called push and pull with Belle to impress her as he wanted to go to dinner, but he said no, so that she thrives for her attention or some kind of way, you know what I mean. So I wanted to ask you that, is that part of being ourselves, that we are using any technique to impress anybody? And Mark, I really miss your cinema a lot, so please start creating more content on cinema. Peace.
Thanks, bro. Yeah.
I couldn't understand one thing.
He said the key to getting a girl is to be yourself, but you said to push and pull. And is that a part of being yourself, or is that a tactic that you're using? You know, like when you were at dinner with Belle or lunch and she asked you to hang out after and you're like, nah, I'm gonna go home.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's only helping you be more yourself. For example, me and Rachel are just friends, but I make her laugh. She enjoys my company and I leave because I got shit to do. But if I was in love with her, I would want to keep being here and overdo it and overkill it. So it's like you're just teaching yourself, relax, lay off the gas and go away. It's always better to have somebody miss you than know they can always have you around. No matter how much you're worth, you could be a multi-billionaire that gives the girl everything. But if she finds somebody that can make her laugh and that gives her enough space to breathe, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, you said something about I think we talked about it, missing someone and just like
it's good to miss somebody.
missing their company.
Yeah. You can't be up.
George
in
misses
face.
me all the time. We go 2 days without each other. He'll give me a phone call. He's like, "Hey man, I miss you." I'm like, "All right, bro."
Hey yo, so I'm in senior year right now, and I'm not sure if I want to go to college or university, because my goal is to be an actor, but I don't know what route should I go to. Any advice? Thank you. I love the show. Keep at it.
Did you go to college, Rachel?
No, I didn't.
I'm the only one that went to college. Well, you went to 2 year, yeah? 2 year college?
Yeah, I get a Conservatory of Recording Arts.
Yeah. I think it all depends on what you want to do in life. I think there's no rush into being an actor. I think obviously college can create a lot of debt nowadays, and I know that's like a huge argument right now about the college debt. I like the fact that I went to college because not for the I don't want to be the person that's like, I don't want you to go to your mom and dad and be like, yeah, Mark said don't go to college. The reason I liked college wasn't for the education. The reason I like college is because it taught me how to be an adult. And I think, to be honest,
you could do cheaper ways of doing that.
Yeah, you could do it on your own. Move to LA. You'll grow up real fucking quick. But I also like the fact that I went to college because it taught me what I didn't want to do. And that was an expensive way, I think, to learn what I didn't want to do. Because I wanted to go into news and be a news anchor and on ESPN and all this stuff. And just the people there were so old school, and they weren't up with the times. They're like saying like, you can't be on Twitter. You got to watch everything you say, this and that. Very old school. And everything was so negative. So it taught me what I didn't want to do. Because everyone in my ear was saying, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I don't know. I would not go to college if I were to do it over again.
Yeah, it's like if you already know what you want to do, why would you go to school and learn about something you don't care about? You're not passionate about.
Or go to college and learn about how to be an actor or whatever,
exactly.
or just start acting. That's what we did.
Time there.
At the end of the day, my advice.
Wait. I saw a comment.
I always say at the end of the day.
He goes, "This podcast is literally at the end of the day. At the end of the day. At the end of the day.
At the beginning of the morning." My advice to you in general, because you asked about wanting to be an actor. When I came to LA, I had one thing on my mind. I'm either going to make it in this industry or I'm going to try until I'm homeless. So there was no plan B for me.
It's better to aim. It's better to aim too high and miss than aim low and hit.
Yeah.
So like what that means is aiming low, like getting the normal job and getting stuck and being comfortable in that something that you didn't really want, or aiming high and trying for it. I don't know. I'd rather go for something. And that's why my parents let me move out here.
What's the worst thing that could happen if you try? Think about it. In your situation,
if you come out here for 2 years, you fail, then you still
Go back
go
to
to
college.
college.
Yeah,
College is always there.
And also, you don't ever want to be in a position. You got to stop chasing dreams and just chase what makes you happy. For example, we love entertaining. That's why we went into the entertainment field. We didn't do it for the fame and money. We did it because we were weird and we like to be in front of the camera and make people laugh. So
I disagree. I mean, for my start, I was behind the camera and I was super uncomfortable on camera. But it was a muscle that I kept working. I was better at it. Like I couldn't vlog in public at the beginning.
But no, I'm saying you still want to be in the entertainment field.
Yeah.
You didn't chase the money because the people behind the camera are not millionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, some are. But what I'm trying to say is if you're thinking about the dollar first, you already failed.
Which a lot of people are nowadays.
Always.
Because they see how the lifestyle is and they're like, oh, I want to get famous so I can buy a nice car and all this fucking Rolexes and shit. But like, that's not why we started.
No, I still don't have a Rolex.
Yeah. I started because I was laughing at YouTubers doing pranks and all that stuff. And I never, because showing off on YouTube wasn't a thing back in the day. So like, you got to think about that. Like we never looked at people on YouTube and like, whoa, that dude's so rich. Like he's got this Gucci and that. They didn't do that.
Hey, Mark and George. Greg Hislop here. Followed you guys for years. Really love your content. So I have a question. Where do you see yourselves in 10 years? Since I followed you for so long, I'm interested in seeing what your perception of your 10-year-old selves would be. And shout out to Trisha.
Ooh, awkward.
At the end of the day,
in 10 years, I see myself retired with a new home. Yeah.
Really?
Bro, if I can retire at 30, I'm fucking doing it. Why?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I won't stop working until I'm like 70 or 80.
I won't stop working. I just will make a fuckload of money and then do what I want to do.
I mean, we do what we want to do now.
Yeah, I know.
It's still working. So I'm already planting seeds of what I want to be.
He just talked about how he knows what he's going to be doing at 49.
Yeah,
so.
no joke. Ready for this? Yo, I love this answer because like I've been thinking about it. So when I came to LA, I had no structure. Everything was up in the air. I had no good foundation. And my dad always taught me, build a good foundation. So in 10 years from now, instead of buying like the crazy sport cars, because like I've always wanted a Ferrari, I just like not the time. I've always wanted to live in like crazy apartments that are like 5K and up. I was like, not the time. I saved all my pennies and invested in my first property. I'm going to keep doing that for the next 8 to 10 years. So literally 10 years from now, I'll have multiple properties that will be paying itself off and also paying my living out here. So that way when I'm out here and I'm still chasing the dream and God forbid I didn't book anything big, that these properties will be able to help me live out here with the lifestyle that I keep living now. So
do you want to live here the rest of your life?
No,
okay.
I want to live out here until, but 10 years from now, I am because I'm going to be doing the acting thing.
Mm-hmm.
But say like next year I book a huge movie role, 4-picture deal, and I'm like Robert Downey Jr., then I'm out. I'm like, I'm in like, I'm not too far away. I kind of want to be in like Huntington or Newport because I went out there and it felt like Arizona with a beach. And I was like, this is it. This is where I want to raise my kids. But 10 years from now, I wanted to put myself in a situation that my money made its money and that I could live out here still chasing my dream because I'm not ignorant to think that I'm going to be a superstar. I know that there's a chance that I might flop and be nothing. So I want my cushion and foundation.
Don't think that way. I don't think that way.
No, you got to. You got to prepare for the worst and aim for the best. That's how I live my life.
I don't prepare for the worst.
I always prepare for the worst.
Because I don't even put that thought in my head.
Well, I mean, a lot of people thought that way. And guess what? They're broke at home. We're living with their mom and dad. But I won't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because life, you know what God always says? This is a great joke. God laughs every time you tell him your plans. He's like, oh, okay. It's like.
That's why I just told you I don't plan. You're the one that plans. So he's laughing at you.
No. I plan for God forbids. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid this happened. God forbid something happened to my parents and they can't help me if something happens. I take care of all my cushions. So that way, if God forbid, I already got a cushion there. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I build up slow and steady. I let my foundation be strong. So when wind starts to blow called life, I'm like, it's cool. I got it. It's fine. Like, give you an example. I dropped all my contracts for like EHP and all these other deals that came my way because I want to focus more on acting. But I put enough money aside and a good foundation aside that I'm like, great, I could go on auditions, go to acting classes, still have my nice car and my nice place, and I'm set because I'm prepared for the wind. Now let's talk a few of our friends and see what happened to them thinking that they're always going to be making money on social media.
Yeah.
Because life happens.
What about you, Rachel? What's your 10 years?
Oh, my 10 years.
Playboy edition 2018.
I just want to do Playboy every month for the rest of my life. No, I mean, in 10 years, I just hope that like I have a couple ways, income, like you guys are saying, so that I don't have to be out here working all the time. I would love to just have a house and have somewhere I can kind of hide out and still like work on things I'm passionate about. But I don't want to be.
I think there's nothing wrong with like look at going out when you're on top, bro. There's nothing wrong. Look at Seinfeld. They went out when they were on top. Look at Rob Gronkowski. Just won how many Super Bowls? Goes out he retires at 28. What's wrong with going out on top?
There's nothing. I just don't
if
want
I could
to.
retire
I'm obsessed with my work.
Yeah, no. If I could retire at 35, though, like, why not?
That's a personal, that's a you thing. Yeah. Like, I'd rather travel the world and do stuff. I don't.
I would do that.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I literally am obsessed with working. I love
too. I love the process.
Yeah. So you might say that now, but when it comes down to it, bro.
Oh, no, I fucking hate living alone. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, what if I start a family? I don't know.
Because you get bored quick. You would have the vacation for like 2 weeks and be like, I got to go back to work. I don't like this.
Well, that's why I don't plan.
You got pause. I just thought of Mark's girlfriend being like, I'm pregnant. And you just look at him like, listen, don't plan.
I'm 17 years old. And I wanted to ask you, like, every day I wake up, I do my yoga, meditation, a bit of workout before school starts. And I feel a lot more happier when I go to school. And feel a lot less stress and all. And just like overall just improves my day and the way I look at life. And I wanted to ask you, Mark, did it have a big effect on you when you started waking up early and having your morning routines? And what about George? Does he have any morning routines? By the way, love your show. Keep it going. I'm one of your biggest fans, to be honest, and I look up to you too. So.
Well, let me start off this. Don't ask George about his morning routine because he doesn't wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I do. I wake up at 8 o'clock.
Noon.
I wake up at 8.
I texted you this morning. You didn't fucking respond.
I don't answer you because I have shit I'm doing. I'm arguing.
Simple text.
Well, you
don't wake up when I wake up. So here, let me answer.
I think it's unnecessary to work that late because when it comes down to nighttime, you're exhausted.
Here's why it is necessary. First and foremost, I want to say thanks, by the way, for saying that we inspire you and all that stuff. I had a few people come up to me and like have conversations with me this past weekend, and it like relit the fuel or the fire, the flame, whatever you want to call it. Like when you guys come up to me and say, like, like this kid came up to me and he was like, your videos get me through my week. And I was like, damn, like that shit fucking fires me up. Anyways, so thank you for that. Waking up at 5:30 in the morning changed my life for the better because one, I get up early, I go to the gym. I've talked about this so many times, so I'm just gonna like speed through it. I make my bed, like I eat, and then I do 2 workouts now a day, and I do all of this shit before anybody's even texted me to see what I'm up to. So the best part about that is my whole morning, my 5:30 a.m. till like 9:30 a.m., 4 hours are just dedicated to myself, and I'm someone that thrives on me time. I need to have alone time, and like when no one's hitting me up and I can listen to my motivational videos, I can listen to music, I can do whatever I have to do in the morning before anyone talks to me. Like that's something that I'm taking the time to get out of my get out of the way before anyone else is there to distract me. For example, what if it's 10 a.m. or I wake up at 10 a.m. and George hits me up and I'm getting ready to go to the gym and George hits me up and he's like, hey dude, we're going to this thing at noon. Do you want to go? I'm more likely to be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to go. And then I'm going to skip my workout because I can work out tomorrow, but this thing's only happening today. So when I get up at 5:30, I've done all the things that I need to get out of the way already.
I am different. I have a really bad problem sleeping. I can't just lay my head down.
You go to bed
sleep.
late, and I don't do that.
I can't. It's not like a luxury. It's like a luxury to be able to shut your brain off. My brain doesn't shut off, so
I don't shut my brain off. I'm always going.
But when you lay down, you fall asleep.
Yeah.
I can't. It doesn't work. Like I'll just stare at the ceiling for like hours. I'm like,
just close your eyes,
sick.
man.
It doesn't happen.
I've
literally closed my eyes for 45 minutes once. I was like, dude, I'm still up right now. Like it's bad. I've even talked to doctors about it. But I like everything, like I said, calculated. So I only get up when it's necessary. For example, tomorrow I have to go to dress rehearsal and all that stuff. So I have to be up at like 6:45. I don't have a problem getting up. When I open my eyes, I can get up right off the bat. But what I like to do, I like to plan my days. So for example, me waking up at like 7:45 to 8, so I could be in the gym next door to me, but like 8:45, 9 o'clock, work out for 45 minutes. That's how I get my day started. That's great because then I can handle all of my work. And then at nighttime, I love to unwind. So I like to shut off my brain by like watching Modern Family or Friends, something positive and delightful. So when I go to sleep, I'm not thinking about my work or my bills or what I have to get done or what do I have to shoot. I give myself time to like settle down into my body before I go to bed. So I don't like waking up early in the morning because I already have a hard time sleeping. So if I wake too early up, then the rest of the day I'm grumpy and I'm not able to process thoughts. So for example, if we're in a writing session, I didn't get a good night's sleep, I can't think of shit. So it doesn't work for me. So it's to each his own. Mark is able to do that and shut his brain off. He has the luxury of laying down and knowing he could just go to sleep so he could wake up the next day. I have to go to sleep. The other day Belle went to bed. I literally had to go to the gym because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. My eyes were like completely wide awake as if I'm about to run a marathon.
I think part of me too now more so because I was doing it back then to take accountability for myself when I was going through all that shit and I was reading books and I was saying to get up early and all that stuff. So that's why I was doing it then. But the reason I started to do it again, I think I get motivated when I see other people like posting in the gym or like, and nothing bothers me more when I do sleep in and it's like 9 a.m. and I pull up Instagram and I see that some of my friends have already been to the gym. Like that bothers me. So in a sense too, it's the reason I do get up early and I go to the gym early is to show people like I'm out here, I'm doing it, and I want to inspire you to work just as hard as me because I want people around me that are doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And when I get people saying like, "Yo, you're fucking crushing it," you know, like people notice that I've lost weight. You know what I'm saying? They notice I'm getting in better shape. That motivates me. Just like when I hear fans say, "Dude, I like your shit gets me through the day." That's the stuff that I like. Yeah. I like to motivate people. I like to make people happy. I like to, and it makes me feel good. I don't know if that's selfish. It makes me feel, I've always been a giving person. It makes me feel good when I bring joy to other people. Like, look how many times I made videos giving Kylie a gift or something like that. How many times have I fucking bought myself something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not like a receiver. I'm a giver. What about you? You get up early. Yeah. You said you slept into the day and it was like you got up at like 8:30.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like I am with George because if I stayed up super late for whatever reason, I still do need like a good night's sleep. Otherwise, I'm not going to perform my best throughout the day. So I allow myself to sleep in if I need to, but I feel so like accomplished right off the bat if I'm like, yo, I'm up and it's like 6. And I think that's
right. It's like a euphoric feeling.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, like you can get all the stuff done that you want to get done before anything gets in the way. And then it feels good.
What time do you set an alarm or do you just wake up when you, like on a day that you don't have to get up, do you make yourself get up?
Yeah, usually. Cause I don't like just sleeping. Cause then I wake up and I'm like, I like ruined half my day.
Right.
Or I wasted the day. I hate feeling like that. Then the rest of your day, you feel like,
the worst feeling in the world for me is when I party till sunrise, 6 or 7 in the morning, and I wake up at like 5 p.m. the next day. I literally just gave away a day of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it weird that I really enjoy sick days? Like when you have a cold and you have
I like rainy days and stuff like that.
I love that I gave myself kind of an excuse to be like, all right, cool. Now I could just chill today and eat pizza.
Yeah, but like those
Just watch
days
a
are so
movie.
much better when you know that you already got all your shit done.
Right. I don't know. I've been in this
So
kick right now where I don't feel good unless I go to the gym.
That's good.
Like I feel good when I'm dripping sweat on the treadmill. It's the weirdest thing. Like I feel like shit. And I started scheduling classes at Health House. Use my code MARK25 for 25% off. Come work out with me. I'll link it down in the description below. I started to schedule classes for the earliest class, so I force myself to get up. I don't have fucking anything to do. I'm working on music right now. I'm doing the podcast. I'm chilling. I just need something to focus on. I don't know.
I miss. It's not a bad thing.
But whatever. Do what you want. If it's working for you, man, keep it up.
Yeah. Also,
That's a good question.
how he said he was 17.
Yeah.
Props to having a morning routine already
Yeah.
and meditating.
My morning
That's
routine was
amazing.
like missing the first bus.
Yeah. I don't meditate, but I heard it's good for you.
Yeah.
Also, dude, it's like if it's attractive to people when they see you fucking doing shit like that. You know, no one wants to be like around a bum, right?
Yeah, you want to be around people that inspire you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to this week's episode of
The Tomenthal.
With.
Rachel.
We
Look how
appreciate.
she's just like lounging.
That's the best seat in the house, bro. They fucking lay down. They have a blanket on them.
Yeah, why do we get these shitty ass seats?
Chillin'.
Yeah, who designed this set?
I'm off.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.